Hey everybody, welcome back to some Cobalt Core. We're going to start a new run, or as they call it in this game, continue. We did try a hardest run on stream. It's a little too hard for me. I'm just being honest. I think I'm going to try a run. We also unlocked the character known as Books. We'll explain their mechanics as we go here. But basically, they have cards that generate an extra resource called shards. If we have the shards, those work as a kicker that adds maybe like an extra effect or the ability to play a card that otherwise wouldn't be able to be played. You'll see it for yourself. And why don't we try the Ares again. We ran a Jupiter run on stream, in case you're wondering why like I'm doing the same ship over and over. I'm gonna remove two cards, Andy, honestly. Remove two basic shots. Make our deck a little bit more consistent. I love removing cards. I'm sorry. I'm never going to apologize. I just did. Okay, one evasion. We can't play this because we don't have a shard. So we could literally just like defend, build up our evasion. I mean, I'd rather not take two. I'd rather just move to the side. So I suppose I take one instead, which is just purple. Okay, unpolished. Let's toggle cannon. Unpolished crystal. Put a crystal shard in your hand. Play it. We get a shard and a card draw. A shard and a card, if you will. Play it again. Another draw. Now two shards. And I'm feeling good. 3 damage incoming. Let me get a mage hand, so it's 2 damage because we have the shard to spend. I have a feeling we will probably just move to the side. On the other hand, we don't have to. We could tank 1 blue damage to stay close enough to hit you and keep our evasion high. That makes sense to me. Oh! Whoopsie. I didn't even... listen, don't worry about that turn so much, okay? You got nothing to concern yourselves with. We land a good shot. We land a good shot. We get an extra card draw. We get an extra card draw. Read all about it. We move to the side. I think removing cards was a great idea for us because that means we draw Crystal Shard more often, which goes crazy. We have 1 evasion. It's not going to sting, actually. Because it gives us more draw on top of that. I mean, listen. I hate to pop 2 on this when we don't have to, but it's just the realist in me says, why take damage if you don't have to take damage? Maybe that's just practical. Maybe it's not realism. Lose all shard for each attack for 2 damage. Now that's interesting. It does mean we wouldn't be, oh, but you could use this and then you could play a shard afterwards and get it back. Okay, I'm willing to give it a try. And let me see if I can't upgrade a card. Like, what happens if you upgrade Unpolished Crystal? 2 crystal shards, or you put 1 in your hand? I mean, 2 crystal shards seems like it would go crazy. We build up shard, and then we use the shard to do a bunch of damage. It just makes perfect sense. I don't really care about the drone right now, to be honest. If you want to play a shield drone, go ahead and play a shield drone. You're an attack drone. That's actually kind of annoying. Lose all shard for each attack for 2 damage. We need unpolished crystal B, thank you. Now Glimmer Shot has no value right now, not to be insulting. Okay, your shield drone has missed. This is not going to hit us anyway, so what do we care? Shard me, get some payoff. We did not get any payoff. Life goes on. I suppose I would break a shield, you know, yeah, break a shield, put up some shield of yourself. We're kind of stalling on this one, but we have a great payout in Glimmer Shot, and we just got it. So me personally, I'm a simple man. I would like to hit you, though. I guess you could start with a Glimmer Shot. It's actually like a decent amount of damage. You could then move to the side, shoot the drone, play some shields of your own. We got a very balanced run right now. Have I mentioned yet that I'm greatly enjoying Cobalt Core? Because I am. Crystal Shard. We could do Crystal Shard into a mage hand. It is 2 damage, which is what we would be hoping to get out of a Crystal Shard payout to begin with, or a Glimmer Shot payout. Crystal Shard. I'd rather not get hit for 2. We have 1 potential evasion. It does no damage. Okay. You got 1 extra shield. You've blown up your own laddie. Crystal Shard. Glimmer Shot, maybe? No Glimmer Shot. Not in this household. Wouldn't be caught dead using a Glimmer Shot in this household. Don't move, okay? I need better attacks. I need better attacks. It's that simple. I don't even have evasion. Toggle my cannon. Shoot me. Crystal Shard me to give me... Mage Hand is actually pretty good. That gets us the kill. I was hoping to get the Glimmer pair. The Glimmer must exhaust. Oh, no. Lose 4 Shard. If you don't have enough, this doesn't happen. Add Power Drive 1 to all attacks. Max Shard is raised by 1 for the rest of combat. Powers up certain cards. Maximum... Oh, that's just Shard value. This is... It's interesting. 1 shield and it gives you a Shard. We don't have the ability to pay 4 Shard for this. But if we upgrade it, you get 1 Max Shard, gain a Shard, and then lose 4 Shard to get the Overdrive. It's quite interesting. I think I would take this and try to upgrade it because it sounds cool, and we will upgrade it immediately. Can we also upgrade Glimmer Shot to not exhaust? We can. That's exactly what I want. I think I have a path. Yes, Jumbo. Hello. Nice to see you. Can we unpolish Crystal B? We need to move to the side. We can move to the side and take none damage. Or we could toggle to do brittle to you and do double damage, which is also tempting. We got 1 shield. We can afford to take 1. Toggle your cannon. Draw shot. If you don't have enough, this doesn't happen. But it is still... it's a shard for 1. I don't know how valuable we would consider that. Well, I can't play it anyway, so let's say not too valuable. We also take not enough damage to be relevant there. Okay, Crystal Shard. Crystal Shard. Lose all Shard. I would embrace it. That's a lot of damage. That's also a lot of damage. Am I crazy? Did I not have any shards left when I played that? What happened? Or did I... What was the last card I played? Am I going insane? Maybe I've lost my mind. I feel like moving to the right doesn't really do much for us here. We're taking 3. We can move to the left, move to the right. We can move to the right and toggle cannon, and then we only take 2, which keeps us from taking hull damage. Shard me. We have none damage. Well, in that case, toggle me. We take 0. Still no overflowing power incoming. Draw shot. Right now we're taking 1. If we play toggle, we take 0. I think we're just gonna kill you. But I think we also, like, not this turn, but next turn we're gonna kill you. But I think we also need to think more critically about how to get the payoff from having 4 shards. Another Crystal Shard. Second Opinion draws something of each color. Acid Cannon. Corrosion is crazy good. More crystals is good. It replaces itself, so I'm tempted. Every 3 Dizzy cards gain a shield or draw 2 extra cards on the first turn. We take the first turn without a doubt. I forgot that was an elite. Gain 2 evade on the first turn. We're going to the moon, brother. I would like to remove a basic shot. Make the deck a little bit more consistent. You might be noticing a theme, a pattern in the way I play. I can't be mad at you. 2 Crystal Shards in the draw pile. Obviously, I'd rather not take any damage. Maybe the key is play the shard capacity up early. This is fine. We take 2, but we don't sweat it. Oh, but we're getting heat from the status effect. I think it's fine as long as we keep our wits about us. Hang on, let me take a look at this payout again. Power drive. Power drive would be nice. I guess it's more relevant for longer fights. Let's try to... this is mostly an exercise in... I would say... learning what our deck is good at. Because right now I don't have like a good mental model for it. But it makes sense to me to try to build up insane shard capacity, then fill our hand with shards, or fill the bar with shards, and then play whatever this attack is called that I can never remember the name of. Glimmer, like play a glimmer shot with power drive on it to crush enemies, because it'll add one damage to each attack, and the number of attacks is determined by our number of shards, which goes up every time we play the card that gives us power drive to begin with. Maybe he's learning. Here's the thing, I don't want any heat. I don't know why I would shoot an asteroid, but I certainly don't want heat. So we're not playing a glimmer shot. We're moving out of the way. No need to toggle a cannon. We have like a combo here. You just gotta be sensible about it. Like, I'm almost thinking that we should just not attack you. Like, move to the side, toggle cannon. We don't need to attack you until we have lethal. Like, we can play Crystal Shard. Overflowing power gives us 2 power drive and the ability to hold more shards. Like, our attacks are getting so strong, as long as you're not doing damage to us, what do I care? Even if you're scaling, you gotta outscale me, which seems unlikely to me. So now we're doing 4 damage for each attack, if we want to play this. 4 damage for each shard. You have 14 total HP. I mean, I'm just kind of being like an a-hole about it right now, I suppose. But I'm still of the opinion, like, if I don't have to play anything on this turn... Oh, but you gave me heat. That's right. I have to kill you this turn. I'm a fool. That's still really good. It worked. As long as we can build up enough evasion to, like, consistently get out of the way of enemy attacks, that seems great. And I love Charge Beam. Every time you miss, enemy takes 1 damage. 2 geodes will always be near your ship at the start of combat. They give a shard when destroyed. Interesting. I don't know how much I like it, but it is interesting. Do me a favor, give me a card upgrade. This not exhausting, or this exhausting but doing 1 more damage, or Charge Beam B goes insane. 2 crystal shards in your draw pile also goes crazy for building shards that much faster. I think you can win with just about anything, but my geodes! Even if my enemy destroys them, I must get the effect of them, is my guess. So why not? Crystal Shard's going to be going crazy. Toggle Cannon, break the geode. I didn't... don't worry about it. Not seeing the board that well right now. How about a draw shot, which then allows us to play... No, it doesn't, because we need to raise our capacity by 1. Which then allowed it to pay off. Oh! It insists upon itself like the New Yorker. Move once, take none damage. I feel like I don't want to spend the shard. Because I miss you, baby. And I don't want to miss a thing. Keep in mind, this is the boss. So that, look at how fast the payoffs are actually happening here. Then we move 1 to the side. We're going to take 1 damage, which is like not very relevant. More shards for me. And then just do a block shot. It does a lot of damage, but also it preserves our shield. I'm trying to think about like the long term here. We have 1 evasion. We have 3 evasion. And then toggle. I think we got a really good thing going here. It's neat how many different playstyles are in the game. It's not the first time I played a roguelite, by the way. No jokes, please. Let's not embarrass ourselves here. But it's this is non-sponsored. I'm genuinely like, it's been a little while. It's been a good year for games, people tell me. Me personally, I don't know if I'd say it's been an incredible year for roguelites. Not trying to cause any problems, not trying to say anything about Baldur's Gate 3, which I hear is incredible, but is not a roguelite. For like 2015 independent video game style roguelites, this has been scratching an itch for me. Instantly turn every object in the mid-row into geodes. This is interesting. Gain 1 stun charge every turn. Corrosion Beam is really good too, because corrosion is just like stackable damage over time, although you do exhaust, even if you're upgraded. It's interesting. The only thing that sucks about this is if we go up against someone who doesn't do anything in the mid-row, then this is like not effective. Costing 0. Costing 0, giving 1 shield makes it like a little better. It's a new way to play. Each turn, the first time you play a 0-cost card, do its actions twice. I also like removing 3 cards, but honestly, at this point, I'm coming very close to becoming a caricature of myself. At this point, I don't think anything's stopping us on this run. I feel like we're popping off insanely so far, but maybe it's that hubris that'll bring me down. If you didn't see the streamed run where I played on hardest, you might be like, why are you playing on like an easier difficulty level than like the hardest difficulty level possible? Well, this does recycle a shard for us, but I'll just have you destroy that later. We got our butt kicked on hardest. Like it's like a linear scaling in difficulty, and then hardest felt like an asymptote, but we don't have to worry about that just yet. You know, that's something we can handle in the future. 5 evasion, huh? I mean, I guess we could toggle cannon. Whoops. Also like a roguelike where you can make a couple mistakes. Just, you know, remember, every time we play a 0-cost card as the first card of our turn, it's the worst way to phrase this. The first 0-cost card we play every turn does its effect twice, as if it's played 2 times. So we're getting a lot of value out of that. What we need is draw shot to draw the power drive enabler, which it did, overflowing power A, and then move me to the side. I think that we just lean into the wombo combo. We're just executing an algorithm right now. Okay, more crystal shards. We'd love to see it. Draw it again. Let's get rid of corrupted core. I would toggle cannon. I would shoot you. It's not like our damage is like, you know, bad by any stretch of the imagination. It's just only going to get better over time. So I would love to draw. Oh, that's because toggle cannon, I played it as a 0-cost card, so it worked twice. So there is like some danger in that. I see. Give me a little overflowing power A. Appreciate that. 2 energy remains. I would play a scramble. Like, to me, again, it just seems like I don't have to attack you until I got the kill. This might be the kill. I think it's going to do 20 damage, which is like maybe the most damage I've done in this game in a single attack. I guess technically it's only going to do 12 damage because they only had 12 HP, but... Remove the mid-row object in front of your missile bay without destroying it. Turn it around and put a release in your hand. You can release it by launching an object from your missile bay. I don't know, man. Like, we could catch a geode, throw it at our enemy. I don't know. Which I'm sure does damage and gives us a shard, but that seems very situational. I think this is a skip for us. As much as I enjoy having a good time, nothing wrong with having a good time. Bet you won't let us shuffle all your ship parts. Shuffle your ship parts and gain 1 max hull. Sure. Okay, now our cannons are adjacent. I'm not sure if that's better for toggling, worse, or exactly the same. But that's okay. Careful with this toggle cannon, brother. Now, we want unpolished crystal B. I think we just play overwhelming power. And let's just make our deck better. Again, I don't see the need to do 2 damage to you right now. When instead, I could just, you know, do 20 damage to you in 2 turns. So don't get mad, okay? Unpolished crystal B goes crazy. Turn all mid-row objects into geodes. Ooh! I don't know if they'll ever destroy it, but it's the thought that counts. 3 evasion. We can get out of town. Crystal shard me. Crystal shard me. We do have a great glimmer shot. Now here, I'm like, I might as well play draw shot. Into a block shot, and then we're only taking 1 damage anyway. We could bank 1 extra evasion. Sounds good to me. Go ahead, just summon a missile over here. No, just like I thought, you're scared. Guess what? All objects in the mid row are now geodes. Look at your man, look back at me. Your man isn't your man, but he could smell like me with Old Spice. It's been a while. I think is the term sundowning? Does that mean anything to you? I bet we will draw a crystal shard next turn. So I'm not afraid to, I guess I shouldn't be afraid at all because it's going to basically just give us a crystal back. In that case, what do we care? Just stack up other resources. You're going to blow these up for me. Overwhelming power. Crystal shard. Crystal shard. Crystal shard. Hit you for 24 damage. Evasion, 2 extra draw next turn. The draw does seem really nice. Just because but I don't think it's mission critical for the deck, though. Like, everything's going so well right now. It's like, I don't see why I would do it. We always have to start with crystals. Crystals are important. Overwhelming power, also important. And then you don't really have to play anything. But let's just play shields. Destroying it will damage its destroyer by 2. Understandable. In that case, I'm a simple man. Let's move to the side. Unpolished crystals. Crystal shard. Crystal shard. Draw shot. Crystal shard. It's not gonna end. Nobody in the history ever thought this day would ever end. Well, guess what? It's not gonna end. Then we toggle cannon so we take 0. I mean, you are in trouble. Not to mention, we didn't draw a crystal shard. How does that even happen, man? We play a Medusa field. Now that mine has turned into a geode. I think you just play a scramble, man. Burn 3 evasion to get out of town. Now this should go crazy. We didn't draw what we wanted yet, but we still didn't draw what we wanted. How am I gonna not take damage here? I'm gonna take damage, but I have shields. That's what it's all about. Like, you're gonna move me to the side. Might as well, like, move here. Then we're taking 2 instead of 6. As far as I'm concerned, we might as well just play a shield surge, man. Just play a card that completely invalidates their turn. And then gain as many shards as possible into a glimmer shot, please. Ooh! I forgot they had the reflexive coating, so they got a lot of block off that, but whatever. Mining drill. Lose 1 shard. If you have none shards, gain a shard. If you have a shard... Oh, no, you right-click to cycle between them. What the heck? Lose a shard, do 1 damage. Or get a shard, attack for 0. I mean, with power drive, you can see that this would actually do some damage, but Still doesn't seem like it's that necessary. Avid Reader, attack for 3 damage, must have played 4 cards this turn. I mean, I believe that we'll hit that trigger a lot of the time. It just doesn't seem that useful. Just being honest. I think we already have what we're looking for. So we can't really toggle cannon on this fool. We can play a block shot and a basic dodge. It might have been better to just play like a scramble instead, but whatever. Hey, Medusa Field kind of goes crazy here, right? Crystal Shard. Crystal Shard, Medusa Field. Unpolished Crystal, BU piece. I don't even want to destroy an asteroid if I can avoid it. Like, I'd rather just... Is this going to hit me? It's going to give me a card wherever I am. I'm going to pass turn, bro. We can afford to play that, probably. Haven't really thought about it. Medusa Field. Crystal Shard. You have to play Overflowing Power. It's your win condition. If I made a mistake last time, it was not playing it quickly enough. Create an array of geodes and simply move yourself to the side. Shield Surge pass turn. Yes, I understand we got the garbage in our hands still. I wouldn't say I'm thrilled about it. Yet again, I know it's crazy. I'm just moving to the side, playing a basic block. I have a game plan, okay? Just because it's slow doesn't mean it ain't going to work. Now, our deck is getting filled with garbage, so there is that. But I'm telling you it makes sense as long as we keep playing Overwhelming Power, which we are. You will never hit me. I'm going to drop the fattest attack of 2016 on you. Crystal Shard, Glimmer, 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 Glimmer. Crystal Shard, Crystal Shard, Crystal Shard. I really thought it was going to keep working. Am I crazy to think that this... How much HP you got? 28! Okay, simple. It's you got 28 HP? Then we're stalling. Toggle my cannon. We take 1 damage. We don't care. We get to keep that evasion. That's all important. I probably could have killed you last turn, now that I look at it. I forgot you had this. Oh, but you didn't. No. You didn't have Brittle last turn. That's where the confusion lies. You have 17 HP. Enjoy eating 18 damage. I'm taking you to the cleaners. Strafe. Fire for 1 damage immediately after every move. I wonder if that'll scale with Powertrain. Lose 3 shard, gain 1 energy. Fire for 1 damage immediately after. I think it's a skip, man. Gain 1 energy every time you spend 3+ energy playing a card. Well, if I knew that was coming, I would have changed my course of action. I guess instead, I don't... You know what? I still take energy refund over the missile. Simply because... the missile deflect, I should say. Simply because this allows us to feel better about taking more expensive cards or about upgrading into more expensive versions of cards, knowing that we'll get the energy refund on them anyway. Glimmer Shot not exhausting. But we don't really want to play Glimmer Shot as a not exhaustible attack anyway, because we're basically just using it as like a kill shot. If anything, I think you could get away with removing a basic block so you're only drawing your gas. It makes sense. It would also be nice to have a good zero-cost, like, Kickstarter card that we don't have to play another card into, just so we have options with our zero doubler, but it's not the end of the world either way. Okay, so we raise our capacity a bit. Unpolished Crystal B, we're about to take 2 damage. Toggle Cannon doesn't work here. We'll just move ourselves 1 to the side after we play this. 1 to the side. We take 1 damage. Sounds good to me. Unpolished Crystal. We're taking 0. Again, Toggle Cannon will go twice, which renders it like a fairly useless card. I guess in that case, we might as well break the geode Give ourselves a shard. Now, it's worse for us to draw them all on the same turn. But it is nice to have them like fully powered up. Now draw overwhelming power. Oh, they did it. You can tell the deck is good because I'm not concerning myself with the cards I play in the slightest. So I think we should, if we're going to attack. I don't think we're going to attack. Put up a big shield, move one to the side. 2 damage, 0 damage. We live with that. Thank you for moving into my firing range. We play overwhelming power again. We got 1 energy left. I'm just thinking. We have no mid-row objects. We're about to take a lot of damage. You could do a block shot and then toggle cannon. And then we're taking 4. Is that 1 hull damage? I'm a little embarrassed with myself. I know that sounds like conceited, but I really just mean like it feels like this deck doesn't have to take damage if you play it right. Just the way it feels, man. 24 damage. You have 19 HP. Well. We gotcha. We're having kind of a quick one today, too. This is like where I was yesterday when I was on the end of the first floor. 31 minutes? Holy. Instantly move 1 space to the left. Lose a shard. Launch a geode from your missile bay. End flippable. I mean, it's better than... This is an upgraded card, too. Excuse me, 1 energy, 1 evasion, draw 2 cards right now, and draw 2 next turn. That's not even close. 1 random enemy part takes double damage, but you don't know what it is until you discover it. Or every 4th turn, gain 1 overdrive, but it decreases by 1 at the end of the turn. I think we go for the brittleness. And then I still don't... None of our upgrades seem like they really went that hard. I would love to keep removing our most basic cards so we keep drawing our better cards faster. I'm starting to ask if the enemy team is like even trying. So how about how about an overwhelming power A, so that we get the extra capacity to eventually make it pop. Unpolished crystal. How about an options B into drawing a crystal? Ooh, which then got to draw 2 cards and give us 2 crystals. And it makes toggle cannon actually work. Now we can't play anything else, but for a first turn, that's a pretty good setup. You'll just have to take my word for it if you don't see it yourself. See now, overwhelming power A. We drew it for the 2nd time. It's turn 2. This is insanity. You're about to hit me for 2 damage. I mean, the easy play, without overthinking it, you draw a shot to see if you're brittle, or to see if you were going to draw... You know what I like here? I actually like options. You want to see if you draw a 0-cost card, which we didn't. But we also draw 2 extra cards next time. Oh, you're going to do 2 damage to me. Whatever. I'll take the 1 hull damage. It was stupid on my part. We should have just stayed over there. I got overconfident. Watch Crystal Shard. Overwhelming power. We're getting crazy power drive. Crystal Shard again. Charge Beam is already doing 8 damage. I'm going to turn you all into geodes. Toggle cannon means we take 1 damage. I think we do that. And then see if Charge Beam reveals this part as brittle, which it doesn't. Oh, but it stunned them so they didn't shoot a missile. I'm a genius. Draw 2 cards. 1 of them should cost 0. Oh, that was because I haven't played Unpolished Crystal B yet. You're about to hit me for 2 damage. I don't like that. I will play my Crystal, I will play my Shield Surge, and I will tank the 2 damage. And you will break the Geode, thus giving me another shard. This might be the turn where we want to pop. Like, before we play Overwhelming Power, can you just give me my, like, how much HP do you have? 24? It seems like a great opportunity to get the Glizzy Beam. What is it called? Glimmer Shot. Glimmer Shot. Oh! Send it. It's 24 damage, brother. Beautiful. I'm embarrassed by the hull damage we took, but it's okay. Hand cannon. Cards in hand equals damage. We do have a lot of draw. Fire for 2 damage immediately after every move you make. Also seems good. And it plays well with energy refund, but how are we ever going to get 4 energy? We're not, right? We have 3 on every turn. Give me hand cannon. I think we can make it work. Too late for that. Gain 1 extra energy every turn. Add a trash to your draw pile every 2 turns. Gain 3 shield and 3 evade on turn 1. Now we're cooking, man. 3 evade is going to be nuts. I think we got this one. Maybe it is time to move up the hardest, but it's scary. You don't know what I know, okay, based on our last attempt. You're the brittle part. I'm taking 1 damage while I am a simple man. Let's stay on the brittle part and just put up a shield. This is a great opportunity to toggle. Yeah, I would toggle your cannon. We're getting away from our normal win condition here, which is just... Go ahead, keep drawing. Is just playing as many overwhelming power A's as we can, as early as possible. But on the other hand, I mean, that does a lot of damage as well, and it doesn't require any setup. So I think it's one of those, like, you know, both situations are good sort of setups we got here. I think we'll be... Because we could just draw it again and possibly kill you super early. So I'm like, why not play in options? Crystal Shard is more draw. Like, our hand is so freaking thin, bro. Take a look at these hands. Now, you're about to do 2. I don't actually want to draw here, in my estimation. What I want to do is guarantee that I draw hand cannon next turn, and then ruin your life. So this goes insane. This goes insane. And then hand cannon does 16 damage by itself. We didn't even have any setup that time. We can beat you any way we want to beat you, man. I don't want any of those. You could possibly ruin a good thing. Now, do both elite fights. That's my... You know what? Maybe we should fight the shopkeeper. All I'm going to say is I heard the shopkeeper was really hard, but I also know if we fight the boss, we're going to win. I'm throwing away a sure win to possibly beat the shopkeeper and see what happens. Duplicate a card in your deck of your choice. Duplicate a card in your deck 4 times. Lose 4 max hull. I'm not willing to lose 4 max hull. Now the crystal shards go crazy. I think you have to duplicate the crystal shards. Like the unpolished crystals. Because crystal shards are free to play, they replace themselves, and they're our engine for like everything else. They're our draw engine that we use to enable hand cannon. They're our crystal engine for like overflowing power A. I think it's a gimme. We probably could have done it 4 times, but it could make for like a really horrible first turn. So we'll fight the shopkeeper right before the boss. Assuming we live that far, which I really do think we will. I'm like an anti-sandbagger. You will not catch me sandbagging. We have 5 evasion already. I mean, I think it's... Let's go to 7 evasion. And just burn 3 moving over here. The game doesn't start till we get our crystals off the ground anyway. Crystals? Unpolished crystal. I'm not... You could be brittle, but we're not playing a hand cannon just yet. You're doing 1 damage and applying a status. I would rather you didn't. Look at this crystal generation, man. Overflowing power A is like, it's good, don't get me wrong. But we also just don't need it. I'm going to say that I don't worry about the status. It's 1 heat. I'm not burning like 4 evasion to get out of the way of 1 heat. You got to be joking me. Crystal me? This is a good overwhelming power situation. We'll build up even more crystals more quickly. You don't have to worry about it. We don't have enough energy to get a hand cannon payout. That being said, we'd still probably like to at least see what we draw. Let's get rid of a corrupted core. I will burn 3 evasion. I might not be playing it the way you would play it, okay? But we're taking none damage in the process. That's what's important to me. Now this, on the other hand, might be a hand cannon turn. We want to see if we draw options. We did. There you go. That enables the best possible hand cannon. Toggle me. If you're brittle, you might be toast, brother. Not brittle, confirmed. And for those of you, I know it's going to come up. Some of you are going to say you can see brittleness. Not with fracture detection. You have to, one random part is made brittle. We got to find it for ourselves, okay? Don't mess with me on this one. We want to see overwhelming power, maybe. Need 3 evasion. Scramble gets us there. Options. Again, there's no reason to kill you until there's a reason to kill you. We probably want to try shooting this part. Crystal shard me. We're kind of stacked on the crystals, but you know what? Move me 1. Toggle me. Oh, that was the first card I played this turn. Stupid. Overflowing power. Crystal shard. Crystal shard. We rebuild it. I don't know why I moved again. I guess I wanted to see if this was brittle. Confirmed not brittle, which means you're going to be brittle. You're going to do 2 damage. I've decided to keep 1 evasion. Go ahead and screw up my shield if you want to. We're going to do a brittle attack on this part right here and make you ruin your life. All we need to do is draw a hand cannon. Or anything. Almost any attack. You're not brittle either? It's going to be one of the edges of the ship? None draw. It's not that part. I'm about to take 10 damage. I only have 11 HP. I can't do anything. I can't move. Wait a minute. No, why did I... Oh, the 5 was already built in. Okay, you know what? We were operating under a false assumption. And we learned something as a result of that. We learned not to be stupid. Quick thinking. EMP removes all your shield, also removes the enemy shield. Stuns their whole ship. I mean, I do like it. Don't get me wrong. I just don't know if we need it. It's kind of like getting 1 free evasion. I don't need to tell you that for me, I think that's a bit of a snooze. You're going to come back to life, but I can wait like a turn. Like as a first turn, you just gain a little bit of HP. We need the crystals. You love to see that. We can make our deck better by removing the corrupted cores, or we could just get the other crystals out there. Now you're going to come to life for real, but this is fine. Now, what would be amazing would be finding the brittle part. Also, that's something you just got to play. Options me. Medusa Fields. 7 evasion seems like it goes insane. What do we got in here? Hand cannon and crystal shard next turn. We should just play our other one of those. We probably should have played it earlier. You're doing 1. Might as well toggle to make that 0. Might as well pass turn. Now next turn, if we hit the brittle part, we just kill you. Crystal shard. Crystal shard. Crystal shard. How about options? Crystal shard. Options. Options. Crystal shard. Toggle cannon. Hand cannon. That's not the brittle part. Should have thought this through. Losing 5 evasion, kind of stinky. Note to self, middle cannon, not brittle. Holy cow. I need evasion, bro. We also want power overwhelming. Or whatever it's called. I mean, you could be brittle. In which case, we'd be stupid not to give it a try. How about hedge our bets? A scramble? One. Scramble for 2. Puts us in a much better position. Then 1 HP remains. Toggle means you take 2 damage. This essentially means you take none. And then this turn, hopefully we can start to get the engine off the ground a little bit. I'm a little embarrassed in my relative idiocy. We need an evade, actually. That's why we're playing options here. Play options again? I don't know about that. Maybe. Maybe. And this whole situation is making Charge Beam also like a possible killer move for us. You might be brittle too, with Crystal Shard. Crystal Shard. Crystal Shard. we have power overwhelming. We should have played that way earlier, but that is okay. Crystal Shard. Crystal Shard. Crystal Shard. We're attacking for 30 damage. Okay, we should just ruin your life. I basically forgot that this card existed. We made it out of it. I think I have lost my mind a little bit. They even healed us for 1 because it was an elite fight. Okay. I will say we need evasion. I think Vamus makes a lot of sense. After your first attack each turn, gain a stun charge. Stunning an enemy would be very helpful. More helpful, I think, than a shield. Now, I lost too much hull. I'm just going for a basic enemy. I'm sorry. Well, I promise you we'll still fight the shopkeeper, assuming our HP is, like, reasonable when we get there. We start with 5 evasion, which is absurd. I feel like you just play your hand cannon. And we found the brittle part and we stunned them so they didn't launch a missile. That seems crazy. We need to play that. I actually don't mind if you launch a missile, because we could turn it into a geode regardless, but I think toggle cannon kind of fizzles here. Stun calibrator. We could play 2 attacks, right? Thus meaning we don't get hit with a status effect. Ah, son of a gun. Didn't expect it to be a seeker. You didn't tell me it was going to be a seeker, bro. Options is just really good. I think you embrace the damage being taken on this turn. You don't cry about it. I suppose we could have toggled cannon. I just didn't know where the seeker was going to hit. I guess the most obvious location is the one that makes the most sense. So true. So true. Convert you into a geode. Seems like a win-win situation. How about 2? Oh, we don't have 2 attacks to play. You're going to hit me with some trash. It's on. This one stings for me because we're basically just playing badly. Now, if I could just get enough evasion to get over there, we'd have nothing to worry about. Unfortunately, we have none evasion. We have 1 evasion. And every move we make is bad. We could toggle cannon. And then what do you have? You have 7? Amazingly, we can't kill you. But we can at least do a lot of damage and stun you. And then take not enough damage to kill us instead. And then just kill you, right? Like literally any attack. Oh, almost clicked on the wrong thing. I gotta slow down, man. Multi-stun kind of interesting too. Also, spending shards to gain 3 evasion actually seems nutty. Spend up to 3 shards to gain up to 4, well, up to 3 evasion, but 1 automatic move that you can also flip. That seems crazy. Every time you heal 1 more. Turn all asteroids into geodes. The heck is up with these drills, bro? You know, there is a part of me, of course, that says, what if this is the brittle part? I think you got to take a crack at it. It's not. But if it were... Okay, so toggle cannon does a lot for us here. But we can't... It doesn't really work to play it like this, unfortunately. Because it'll play twice. So... Thanks for the crystal. Thanks for the shard, I should say. Big whiffs. Thanks for the shard. We want overflowing power. Thank you. Crystal shard. Crystal shard. So close. So close. It's fine. I only have 1 energy left. Shield surge me. Move me to the side. They are getting stronger every turn. In theories... It doesn't block the whole thing, obviously, because it does multiple attacks, you dummy. Crystal shard. Is very interesting to gain some free evasion. But let's see what we get off a draw shot first. I want to stay here, just see if this part's brittle. Crystal shard. Unpolished crystal B. Well, we will not be playing that then. It does move us 1 to the right, so it like burns an evasion for us immediately. I would rather keep my shards for overflowing power A, if it ever shows up. Come on. There we go. See, all you gotta do is insult it a little bit. Hand cannon. It's worth giving it a try. Not the brittle part. Understandable. I forgot what the other part we attacked was. Now here... Call me crazy. I like the idea of this. I like the idea of this. Move me 1 out of the way. Now we got 4 evasion again. And I'm feeling fantastic. I'm not feeling too fantastic about Corrupted Core. Maybe we could remove Corrupted Core from our deck on this one. We have 5 evasion. I would simply... take a little peek at whether or not you're brittle. And then we take none damage from this position. Alright, it's time to pay the piper, buddy. 4 crystals. This goes for 9. Obviously, we have checked to see if that's brittle. This will go for 8 and stun you. I can't afford it! This will do 20 damage, though. I guess that's a reasonable amount. That's understandable. 3 random moves. I say no to that. Okay, I'm fully prepared to lose to the shopkeeper. I also don't know what we're going to do about heat, brother. I got to kill you quick. Because the heat is going to go crazy. EMP would have gone insane here. I'm scared. Unpolished crystal. We need the crystals. And then hand cannon, please be brittle. Yes! It's a miracle. Because the heat is going to do hull damage that's like unavoidable for us. So we gotta get it going. I think if you just attack the brittle part with... Yeah, don't even worry about this engine. 9? Well, I'm just going to choose not to... This is fine. Maybe we do play this anyway. I'm going to choose not to move over there. You can move over to me. That way it's easier to hit you on the brittleness next turn. Okay, so just be smart. You start with a crystal shard. We're going to take 1 hull damage. Realistically, I think that was always going to be the case. You're also going to hit me, which is real annoying. We need more crystal shards, unfortunately. Like, I'm not going to shoot you here. You might say that's stupid, but I don't have any attacks. So we're gonna take a little hit here. Can't really avoid the hull damage. At least the missile doesn't do anything too serious. Now this turn, this is where it goes off. We need to like Crystal Shard, options, Crystal Shard, toggle cannon. Oh, but if we play a 1-cost attack, we can't play our freaking... We can't play our freaking thing, man. We play our 1-cost attack, we can't play our freaking hand cannon. So we could do 7 damage, or we could do 15 damage, and then... Hang on. Oh my god. I'm stupid. I should just kill you. Also, the can't... What happened? Did it not shoot? Am I crazy? What did I not click block shot? Did I play Corrupted Core or something by accident? I mean, that's criminal. I was hoping to play like a Medusa on top. Oh, there's attack drones, brother. You don't want to be here? This is completely my bad, obviously. Thank God we had like 9 evasion built up. I'd really like to get in there and kill you this turn. It doesn't seem like that's going to happen. It seems like instead we're going to... I mean, I think you're going to come over to me next turn. So I'm not playing Overflowing Power A. We literally have to hit you for 1. You move yourself over here, please, sir. Thank you. And then I will end your life and not take hull damage. But that was pretty dumb. Okay, I think we're going to lose to the shopkeeper because of idiocy, basically. Let's see. And also because I've never seen them before. I will fight you. Ha ha ha. You realize you're in a time loop. The first thing you do is attack the shopkeep. This ain't my first rodeo. Yeah? Well, let's see. Let's see how... Whoa, 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 whoa! This is hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're not necessarily completely dead, but it is hard to imagine how we're not going to die. Like, I need evasion. Toggle's gonna toggle twice. So I burned everything I had just to live. But at least I get 2 draw next turn. Please don't do the same attack. Even if this hits the brittle part, it's not gonna kill. So I'm dead. Maybe not this turn, but at some point. It's still going to toggle twice, because we don't get to play our crystals. I don't know what we're going to do here. Okay, that's probably going to do it. Medusa! Medusa! We just, like, there's nothing you can do here. This is, we walked into a trap. That's fine. We had to learn at some point, and I'm just being sincere. We were gonna cream the boss. So now we know, don't fight the shopkeeper unless you got 1 whale of a run. Let's put it that way. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future, and I'll see you next time. See ya!